Hi there.
Hello.
So I'm in the small, kind of isolated Kolossal Games booth. Is it so? Or what is this place?
Kolossal Games is a brand new company. We're just a few months old at this point, but we are actually founded by Travis Chance, who founded Action Phase Games that sold indie boards and cards. He worked there for about a year and then decided he wanted to start a new company again and be his own boss. So here we are, ready to go again.
Yeah. And you are?
I am the COO, in charge of marketing and operations for the company. Travis is our president and developer, lead developer and creative lead for the company. And so I'll be talking on his behalf today.
And your name is Kira,
My name is Kira, yes.
Yes, I know about it. Cool. So you want to show me the Western legends?
Yes.
So what's this game about? What's the story about the game?
This is a great game. It is an open world sandbox game that is set in the American Old West. And you get to play as one of many historical characters from the era who are all real, based in history. I've got them laid out here for you when you get a chance. Anywhere from people that you may have heard of, like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, to some more obscure names such as Bass Reeves, who was really one of the more renowned lawmen in the Wild West. People like Geronimo. Stagecoach Mary Fields is one of my favorite characters, actually. She's a former slave who is just a super cool lady. It's got a really good history. We've got Calamity Jane as well, so good representation across the board in our characters. You get a really good view of a bunch of incredible legends from the Wild West era.
Cool.
So in the game, it's kind of like a video game. It's an open world sandbox game, right? So you're going to be wanted. You're going to be looking to either be wanted and be a criminal out there, really taking on the Wild West, or be on the side of the law as a martial player, upholding the law, making sure they're keeping the wanted players in check.
Mm-hmm. Can we draw the parallels between Merchant Marauders, pirates versus traders?
Yeah, I mean, there's a pick up and deliver element. Like in Merchants and Marauders, we have the ability to grab some cattle and deliver them, but it's really a little bit, it's not quite that basic. So there's going to be an element of, your standard poker element that's been built in. These are also can be used as your actions. They have reactions, they have bonuses, so it just depends. So you can use these in a fight. You can use these as actions, or you can use them to play poker.
Okay.
So we have that. If you are choosing to fight someone, we have our fight deck, which is similar to a poker deck, except that it's got its own suit. So it's just the full range of cards, but not 4 different suits. So here you're going to have where if you're getting into a fight, the NPC player is going to be taken on by one of your players in the game for that round, so they have the ability to either hurt you or beat you. So if they choose to hurt you because they don't have a high enough card to beat you in a fight, there's a little bit of a bad thing that happens to you. If they do have a card that beats you in a fight, it's a little bit of a better thing that happens to you. So kind of a balance there. And throughout the game, there are going to be these different events that are going to be up, these stories that are happening, and as you activate those stories, the players will put a player cube here, and then once it's activated, you'll flip it over. And there's a nice story from the Old West here for you. Some of them will be based in history.
Yep.
An award. We're going to spawn bandits because they're always out there ready to get you in the Wild West, and then the person who activated the story gets to take control of the sheriff. Okay. So if you are a martial player, you may want to move the sheriff towards a wanted player. If you're a wanted player, you may want to give them a false lead and move them away from yourself, right?
Yes.
So those are a couple of the other elements. You can go to the bank, or I'm sorry, we have a mining element, so you can go and mine. We have exploding dice, so you can either get nuggets, gold dust with some cash, or you may just go bust and pull up gravel. And once you have your gold, you'll want to take it to the bank to cash it in and get money that you might want to go spend at the cabaret or at the general store. general stores where you can get a variety of items.
Okay.
The cabaret, you're going to go throw a big party, right? You're going to get all these things are to build your legendary status and to build your legendary points that build up the game. Whoever has the most legendary points at the end of the game is the most legendary and therefore the winner of the game. So lots of different things you can do. Granted, you can get hurt. It is the Wild West. People are carrying their weapons. And so if you do get hurt, you have wounds over here. And those will build up over time. They will lower your hand card size. And at the end of the game, if you don't get rid of those wounds, they will ultimately hurt your overall score. And but you can go ahead and get rid of them here at the hospital. If you need to, for $10, you can get rid of all your wounds. So, but you do have to go off your path of what you're attempting to do throughout the game in order to accomplish, to heal yourself if you want to. So really kind of, yes, a little bit of pick up and deliver, but a little wider than that here. So the wanted players are getting a lot of points. They're setting the pace of the game. Martial players a little slower because you're doing things the right way, you're abiding by the law, and you're getting rewarded for that in your own way as well.
Cool. So one question about the cards I see there.
Sure.
What are these?
These are the different items that you can buy. So you can you may want to get your mount for the game, so you can move faster because you can only move 2 spaces without a mount. So if I want to get this Mustang, that'll upgrade me to 4. If I upgrade my Mustang during the game, I will get an extra legendary point at the end of the game. Plus, he starts moving a little faster for me. He goes up to 5 movement. We have a Mule, which allows me to carry more gold because you can only carry 4 gold nuggets. Unless you have a Mule, you can carry 6. And again, if you upgrade him, he gives you better ability plus more points at the end of the game. The workhorse is how you carry more cattle. So then we also have your weapon, right? Your gun. So you have your revolver, which is your basic weapon. You have the shotgun and the rifle as well. And the rifle lets you shoot from further away. Then outside of that, we have items, which you have your prospector's map, which is really great for when you're mining, because if you roll gravel, if you go bust, you can re-roll one of the die. Your holster lets you draw more cards. So if you find yourself really wounded and you need more cards, the holster is really good for that if you find yourself playing poker in a fight. And then provisions. This is the only item you can carry more than one of. And it'll let you draw more cards. Or there's some goals in the advanced play for each of the characters that'll allow you to discard these to complete a goal. So those are some of the different items in the game.
Okay, cool. They look so you can customize your character.
Yep.
Based on what you prefer. And
every character is going to have some starting items that they are going to begin with. So in this case, Kit Carson's going to start with $10, 3 poker cards, and a revolver, and 1 map. So he's already set up to go out there and start mining and be able to do a little bit better when he's mining. So every character, like if we go to Jesse James, for instance, he's going to start with similar, but he's going to start with a wanted point.
Okay.
So we already know he's a bad guy. He's already starting out with a little bit of a reputation. Whereas Bass Reeves, he's going to start off with Marshall Point because he's got a reputation as a good lawman. He's got a really cool story too. And each of these has their history on the back, which is really nice, so you can learn more about why they're a legend before you start playing with them.
Cool. All right, so first I want to mention that this is a prototype copy.
Yes.
It's not a full production. It will be even more shinier, beautiful,
yes.
And
so
great
the game designer is Herve Lemaitre. The illustrator is Roland McDonald. He's doing this beautiful artwork, as you can see, that is based off of the kind of got that French comic blueberry watercolor feel that we just really love. And the minis are going to be done by the same people. These are not our minis, but they'll be done by the same people who did the Kemet minis. So, and they'll be about blood rage size. So, really, really excited about the minis for this game. And yeah, so we've got a little bit more work to do on the final, but we are launching January 9th on Kickstarter.
Cool. So January 9th. What will be the price point?
So it'll be a $70 price point.
Okay.
The stretch goals are really awesome. They're going to add more minis to the game. There'll be a full the really good value to those, and then we'll have an expansion as well. That's about $15.
50?
$15 US.
Yeah. Okay. So that means that, I mean, $70 is a high price, so you have a lot in the box.
Yeah, it's a big game. Yes,
okay.
It's going to be in about the same size box as Kemet. So, and all those, we're going to come with 13 miniatures to start, which is a lot of miniatures. And then we'll have the die and the ability to upgrade everything throughout the campaign. But the board is obviously really nice table presence here, taking up a lot of space and just really allowing you to immerse yourself in the world.
It's going to be, I would say, an epic game, an epic Western legend, but within a reasonable time frame. So,
and it's probably, I'd say it's a medium weight game.
Medium weight game. And how long does it take to play one game?
About 15 to 20 minutes per player. 20 minutes. And it is currently 3 to 6.
3 to 6 players.
We are looking into a 2-player
variant.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Maybe you can involve Bruno Catala, who makes really cool 2-player games and variants.
Yeah.
So that's great. Thank you very much. Thank you for showing me the Western Legends.
Absolutely.
So
thank you.
I'm hoping to see it in Kickstarter soon, and I'm sure many people who watch this video at least will back this game.
Great. We hope
January,
so.
Yeah,
January 9th.
Yeah, it's just around the corner. Yeah.
Be
Essen is almost over.
We're sharing as our progress on Facebook as well, and Instagram and Twitter. So be sure to find us at Kolossal Games with a K for Kickstarter. And we look forward to seeing everybody on the Kickstarter in January.
All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you another time. Bye. This channel is sponsored by Osprey Games. Check them out at ospreypublishing.com.